So,
Yeah.
you see it right now, everybody like, hey, want to do nothing.
I told you when Flint gonna be building, that shit kind of, that shit weird. I was about to buy that 2K the other day, like 2 days ago, but what's the I was saying? You just be buying them, the people ain't even build.
Yeah, anyway, be millions, something. Y'all, the only thing about that turn, see what happens, he won and everything. He talking about, man, we need to turn that down. Somebody turn the money,
You can't even turn that shit down. That's just a on and off.
no,
It's a on and
Turn
off.
what? Turn what down?
Bro, you know the
turn
rough
that
and the
block,
kicker. You can't make that. I can show y'all right now, bro. It's not even like you know how like a holding and shit. You can put it down to like zero and shit. You can't even do that. It's like a on. It's on and off. So bitch, you ain't no. Your ass dead, bro. That's just a game. You can't do nothing about it.
no, I'm saying, I don't know what he's talking about. Okay.
Once they turn, they cash out.
I don't know. I'm trying to catch him before he cash out, but you know, it's easy to leave it, so. I should have been calling for it. Come on, you got paper? You got paper? You got the number, right? Hold on. What's your name? What's your name? What's your first name? G.I. Hold on.
Say what that boy said, that boy said you got his money over there, Tim?
I was just saying, good luck getting it back.
Huh?
I said, good luck getting it back. He's going to beat me in 2K to get that back.
Correct.
I don't see that happening. I'm off tomorrow. You'll get a chance. I'll be up. You'll pay him whatever too. You don't pay him 25. You pay him 50 like it's nothing. Correct. Nothing. I'm about 50 more done 12. You don't see me around 10. He just look fast. Danny Green. Yeah, like that.
Danny Granger.
Yeah. Don't say that. Please don't say that. He definitely did that. No, he did. He kept doing it. Yeah. I want it.
What he did? Yeah, Danny Granger.
Yeah, Paul George.
Oh, on the Pacers.
And the guys on school and really play no good defense like that. Man, he was
Ashery.
let me see if I can go. Come on, big man. Man. I'm gonna see you, and then I'm gonna do us. And that's what you.
Yeah, any of y'all want to feed? Y'all let me know, bro.
I'm waiting on that belt, man. I don't know where he at, man. Man.
Omar sent you text too.
This guy. So he checked it out. Watch. What's awesome? Yeah, he's cool. 13, right? Yeah. He's up. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. 39. see. So, LA too. W. 06 210 215 06 210 40 215. Come on. Yeah, got to. This is a different sentence. Okay, that's right. It's a lot. Right. Sure. Yeah. So let me show you. So all of it. Yeah, all the water. You got something on the floor right now? You know. All right, go ahead. Big man, just take all them. Where you going? All right. That's 6 inch. Any more ideas? I can put you on the side. Tell me. Y'all finna play or not?
Yeah, but I'm trying to see. That's whatever's on there.
I think them boys don't want to play for both of them. Probably. Ain't nobody say that. Oh, Dick Turner here. That is bad. Both of them.
Dude said who the fuck running. I ain't touch that boy.
Nah, so what? So Dick Turner got his money. You want Dick Turner? It's all kind. You know, where you go from being in here sitting and all of a sudden you can't come in the chat. It ain't that working.
Yeah, no, listen, I hate niggas like that, boy. It's the same shit. I don't get it, though.
What you talking about?
It's saying, like, just because one nigga don't build, I think the game gonna be, what, fucking
I
different?
don't think that's what's going on, but I don't know why Blaze said that.
What you think going on, Tim?
Bitch just ain't, he was just in the chat. He didn't care who build. You listening to him. I was trying to tell you, Tom. Every fucking believe was 1 minute you me, all that cap. Niggas with all that cap talking shit about I'm wide, solid, man. You solid. Money gonna talk. Money gonna talk. When I just bite. Niggas be quiet and go to listen. Now look, that's another thing too. I tell oh, why you step out when you don't go get his ass here? His ass boy, no says hey. Don't want to visit for nothing. Stick paid. Like this girlfriend or something. They get it. Yeah, oh, you want to rig you want to pay this man, you want to pay this fuck, pay me. Like, what's the difference? Be bitter. What's the problem? I take a million man, he take me and you say nothing. Don't say nothing. I take a million, you don't say thank you. I hope
Tim, how you think DJ Moore? Tim, how you think DJ Moore gonna do at the Bills?
well, he got a real quarterback, so he'll know something.
You don't think Taylor Williams a quarterback?
Huh?
Taylor Williams not a quarterback?
I mean, you only had a point. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now.
But I feel like that's gonna hurt the Bears though too, cause that was they I feel like that's gonna hurt the Bears too.
Yeah, I pay. I mean, come on, double potatoes. Yeah, a whole chicken. You on a boat, bro? What? I want any other, bro. Y'all want me? Are you want me? Are you want me to really go? Are we really going? Yeah, come on. Come on, come on, yeah. Let's go get on. Oh, I quit it. Okay, so that is all that. You only for 2 days. Oh, man. All that money you get? Shit crazy, man. You act like she broke. She got all this money on. Okay, so what you gonna get? What you buying me? What you buying me then? What you buying me? What you buying me? Alright, he gonna keep the same energy. He the same energy. When you hungry, I don't do that. When you hungry, I don't do that. You know, when you gotta get me food, you wanna get me a beef patty. You wanna get me a damn beef patty. Wow, bro. So you might be sweet, man. That's no sweet. Yeah, you gonna get me a beef patty, then what? Sweetheart, sweetheart. You finally spent $30 on something. Thank you, I appreciate it. Y'all, one time. All these years. Gotta go to Big House. Go to Vincent. Alright, go to. Oh, hell no. Alright, go get what's that? Good wrestling. That'll work. Why? What the fuck? I drive? No, bro. Come on now. Do the bullshit now. See how you acting? You see how you acting? That's your ass on the girls, man. No, I'm shoot you, son. You eat your food, you come from Washington? Well, you never looking at me. How you got this? I got it. Yeah, that's what I used to do. Watch this. For real. Because that's what I want. The hell? No, sir. All that shit for me. What? I look right here and watch it. Y'all see, you don't treat nobody. You don't know so when a guy look out for you, don't treat him like that, okay? I'm talking to Star. I'm talking to you. I'm hungry. Oh, dang, I got it. You right here, Star. Look at it. What's wrong, bro? Damn. What's good? Why you think you're gonna take her? Hey, G, what's your name? Shut up, man. You don't got IG. So, I think they don't have your IG. Man, down. I'm the fool away. No, I'm trying to do the ID, go get the food, bro. Solid, got it. be getting like that. I ain't gonna
They ain't gonna get it chopped.
It's 40. It's 40. I'll get the whole chicken.
Soon as they start giggling all that, them bitches
No,
gonna.
you get this. Don't sit in it. Don't be sitting on scale. It better be right name on there. All right, I mean, over there. Yes. It was dry. Yeah. Okay. And all we need is, big minute. Oh, ask her. What you supposed to do, Tip? Just to make she gonna be wrong. What the hell are you talking about? You know, she's going for on her own shit. She ain't in the front. Yeah, that's all she about 30. She about 32. I like 32. 33. What you do over there, Blade? What you do over there, Blade? What you doing for Blade? There we go. So what? She buys food. We both, go ahead and watch the other. I only just laughed at what Tim said, though. You talking about, I said she get food from Blade. No, it's worth each other. Yeah. He's cute. Actually, yeah, make this in here. So you should have done. Yeah, who's in the conversation? They think he's listening.
Hello. 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 No. You steady keep saying the same shit over and over. Over and over. Over and over. Tired, man.
You what?
Exhausted. Cause it's like, bro, I real deal, like, was holding my eyes open like this the whole round.
You say you ready to holding your eyes.
You know you heard me the first time. You just be going to keep repeating what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's so fun.
My back is hurting.
The back always hurting.
I'm finna around like I'll be here around like 9 o'clock-ish.
9 o'clock-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I said, why 9 o'clock-ish?
Chill.
That's good.
I'm finna get around like 8:45. Y'all go with me to pick sleep here. 2 times.
I ain't see that.
Hmm?
I ain't see that.
Yeah. It's
Why the fuck is your phone?
Okay, you can respect that to your debit card. Oh, well, I've already. So you gotta tell me that's full. Well, we can't. Well, it's not like the. Oh no, 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 no. We don't do that. Yeah, because we only have a certain amount of cash inside of our cash register. So it's like it it's like the amount, like 100, like it's like I think 100 and more. We're not gonna ask you for it. We're not gonna. You have to ask. You have to ask first. Yes. But like if it was like $15, $20, then I was like, oh, you want the cash back? So it's $20 because I have $20. Yeah. Oh, fine. There you go. Okay. Just put that to the side right there. Thank you. Okay. Wait. Okay. So, okay. Your current balance is 11.64.72. And you want to pay how much? 100.
I'm finna come past. Alright.
It declines. It declines.
But then I know. And then I was one time on purpose.
Then Big Smoke.
Yeah.
Yo,
Goddamn, oh, that bitch that always been slick, boy.
Blade,
Yeah, I was trying to beat her.
I'm here. Y'all.
Load up. Put, you got no snare on? No snare work? Yes.
Yeah, it's only been on.
I said I want half a chicken, all dark meat. Yeah. Double garlic potatoes. Jeremy, but I want them separate in different containers. And sweet pepper. How much small sweet pepper? No, I don't want no sweet pepper. Don't worry about sweet pepper. Half a chicken, dark meat. Double, but I want to separate it, okay? Hey, where we going from, lady? Matter of fact, mommy. Hello? Yo. I want double potato on the same plate, and then give me a side potato. That's it. I'm doing about 200. Huh? 200, J.R. All right.
What was the last team y'all played on?
Hold on, let's see. You get the money situated. Hold on, let's see. Teaser. And teaser. Yeah. Yeah, we gonna go there eating or something. I'm gonna take 200. If never know what he's sitting, I'm tired. Hope y'all over there.
I set mine.
Man,
All right.
Refrigerator don't work. Should ask.
What refrigerator work, Miss Fowler? The refrigerator right there? That's it right there?
Oh boy, put mangoes in this shit.
Right here.
Oh boy, I went to Reed's. That bitch so
Huh?
good.
Yeah, she gonna go in front of that pumper though. I'm gonna put you in front of that pumper though right there. I'm gonna park.
Yeah, that bitch so good.
You can park right here?
Ooh,
Back. In the back. You gotta back it in. You want to back it in or you want me to do it? Want to do it? Okay. I got it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
excuse me.
Shit. Yeah.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Tennessee Titans. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Smith going to go to the air first play. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try.
Under pressure, they got him again. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Play action. It's Smith. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown. Ian Thomas. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, here's Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And we both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Pollard will take it up the gut. Oh, good move at the 5. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
24-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jefferson going to go in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
To throw is Smith. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he's going to go down again. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the sack.
Seems to me that our friend, old momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now, Ward. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. And they're going to wind up with a football down at the 1-yard line. So a great special teams play. They blocked the punt, and excellent field position, 1st and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers taking it in. And the Raiders take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, good return up past the 30. Out come the Titans now. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Ward. And the Raiders have got him. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
To throw is Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. In trouble, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Geno now to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown that's bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. That's into the hands of Eilmanor. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5. Here's Ward. Throw out wide is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now Ward. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Throwing now is Gino. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Two yards to go, second down. Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowers. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Smith. Complete. Jefferson the target. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. The beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing no, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Able to get away. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Okonkwo holds it in left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Pollard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Genty. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. On the draw, here's Genty. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Smith. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Ward. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Moore. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Gino going to hand it to Genty. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to get...
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these aces.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Looking to put a drive together. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ward. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
A give out of the gun to Genty.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Smith.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
So here is Cam Ward and the Titans.
Down 21-10. A little under 2.5 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? Do you see the coaches signaling? All the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
And it's complete, right back to Wrigley.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Ward now working out of the gun. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here's 3rd down and 5. To throw, here's Ward.
And that's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Genty. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. To throw is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try to run for him with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here's Burrow. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will remain a scoreless game. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing Nix. Throwing no, and it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. But all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Barkley will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. This now a 3rd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a roll. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
It's 2nd
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal. Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Broncos coming out now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start out on the ground in Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, show confidence in your offensive line. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This 2nd and 4. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. To throw. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now it's Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
2nd down and 4. Here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. The 20. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. Nix to the air. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims from 10 yards out. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Brown with his stick skills. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout. Down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man open. It's Chase. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That was short one to Gesicki. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshibas. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Brown going up the middle to the 27-yard line.
It's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. Open man is Yoshibas. And out of bounds right around the 20.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a toss right to Barkley. It's loose. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 3. To throw is Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Gets around him, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to the air with Nix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now Brown. Called on a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Bengals, first down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. And Burrow going to throw again. Mike Gesicki. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.